fun demonstration, but they involve very cold and sometimes very hot liquids. Okay? So it's really important that you guys stay seated. I will at times walk things through the crowd, and it's very important that I'm walking through that you keep your hands to yourself so you don't trip me, because I hate to have someone get hurt. Okay? So you have to be seated. Now, if I were to go outside and get a big chunk of ice and bring it inside, it would be a solid. Right? But as it stays inside, where it's nice and warm, remember heat is a form of energy, what's going to happen to it? Liquid. And then if I put it in a pot and put it on a stove and add more energy, it would become gas. Now, if I were to, on a cold window, the gas, the air vapor, the water vapor in my lungs turns to what on the window? Liquid. A liquid. And if I were to take a bunch of liquids, put it in the freezer, take more energy away, and become a solid. Is the water still the same stuff? Yes. That's one of the cool things is matter. When you take something like water, it's the same stuff when it's a liquid, when it's a solid, when it's a gas. The only difference is how much energy we've given. So all matter can exist as a solid, a liquid, and a gas if we add enough energy. I could take this rock. Has anyone ever seen melted rock? Yeah. Anyone ever seen a picture of a volcano? Yeah. What's coming out of a volcano? Melted rock, lava. So I brought with me today a type of ice, and some of you may be familiar with it. And many of you already said this is dry ice. Now, the interesting about dry ice is, first of all, it's not made out of water. That's what makes it behave so differently. If I were holding an ice cube like this, and it was starting to melt, you would see drops of water coming out of it, right? Do you see any drops of liquids coming off of this? Dry ice is made from carbon dioxide gas. Remember the gas we have trapped inside the balloon? Remember the gas we talked about being trapped inside our pop can? The gas that we breathe out? If you cool carbon dioxide gas, you get it to 120 degrees below zero, it becomes a solid. The cool thing about dry ice is when you heat it up, it doesn't become a liquid. It jumps directly to a gas. So when something goes from a solid to a liquid, we say it melts. When something goes from a liquid to a gas, we say it evaporates. When something goes from a solid directly to a gas, we say it sublimates. So how can I make this sublimate faster? Who has an idea? What can I do to make this sublimate faster? Great. I can heat it up. When we add heat, heat is a form of remember, matter and energy. So we're going to add some energy to it. So we're going to add some energy. I have hot water in here. Good question. Someone asked, how is it turning purple? Well, you know what? You're going to find out. So I'm going to add this, and we're going to see if it starts to sublimate faster. We're going to test your idea. And then I will walk around so you can see what's happening. And as I do that, you're going to get some clues for how I made this turn purple. Water in. What do you think was in the bottom of the container before I poured it in that made it turn purple? What do you think? How about in sparkly shoes here? Grape stuff. It was something that smells like grape. Now let's try to narrow it down. I had to have something that I could have out in my van at night and not freeze. Okay, in the, how about you right here? Food coloring, but it has a smell to it, doesn't it? Food coloring would work, but you can smell this, and food coloring wouldn't have this distinctive smell. What do you think right here? A grape medicine tablet would actually probably work, but it would cost a lot more than what we use.
You know this.
Grape Kool-Aid powder. So we actually take grape Kool-Aid powder, we pour a little bit in there, it turns the water purple. The main reason we want the water purple is so you can see the bubbles rising up through it. But it also tells you that a gas is present because you can smell it, just like we talked about the banana.
Oh, that's why you put it in
Anytime
there.
a gas is present,
Well, then you can smell it.
a gas has to be present for you to smell it. Some gases are
That's a good idea.
so you can't smell. You know, some gases are, most of them are invisible, and most of them you can't smell. There are some that you can smell. So let's think about this a little bit more. Carbon dioxide. When I breathe out like this, do you see carbon dioxide gas? But if I go outside right now and go, are you going to see my breath? Yes. Because the water vapor in my lungs turns to ice droplets in the air, and you can see my breath. What's happening here is there's a lot of water vapor from the hot water, and the cold carbon dioxide gas coming out of the water is creating a cloud. So we have a mixture of the cold carbon dioxide gas with the water vapor from the hot water gives us this nice fog. Anytime you go to a haunted house or see a scary movie,